With that one line, Jasmine Crockett didn't just land a political jab. She ignited a firestorm that collided with one of the most shocking scandals of Donald Trump's career. The whispers, rumors, and explosive headlines that came to be known as the Trump stroke scandal. The room went silent. Cameras zoomed in, and millions watching across the country knew they were witnessing a moment that would reverberate far beyond one debate stage. For weeks, speculation had been swirling. Reports of Trump's sudden slurred speech, moments of visible confusion, and even a near collapse at a private fundraiser had fueled a frenzy. Allies dismissed it as exaggeration. Critics claimed it was evidence of deeper health issues. The media, smelling blood, dubbed it the Trump stroke scandal. Into this storm walked Jasmine Crockett, a rising Democratic star. She was already known for her sharp cross-examinations and fearless clapbacks in congressional hearings. But this time, the stakes were bigger. She wasn't just facing another lawmaker. She was standing across from Donald Trump himself, facing a man who thrived on spectacle, intimidation, and dominance. The stage was set not just for a political debate, but for a confrontation that would test the strength of two very different approaches to power. From the opening moments, Trump came out swinging. His voice was forceful, his gestures broad, but there was something different. His words stumbled, his sentences trailed off. For a man once known for commanding the stage with bluster, the signs were hard to miss still. Trump pressed on. He mocked Crockett's youth. He ridiculed her legal background. He dismissed her as a lightweight. The crowd of loyalists roared, but Crockett didn't flinch. She waited. She knew her moment was coming. It happened during a heated exchange on democracy and leadership. Trump, visibly agitated, shouted, "Nobody's done more for America than me. Nobody. And anyone who says otherwise is sick. They're sick in the head." The words echoed, but so did the slur in his tone, the stutter in his delivery, the confusion in his eyes. The room shifted. Viewers leaned in, and that's when Jasmine Crockett struck. "If you're too unstable to answer the people," she said, her voice calm but unyielding, "maybe you're too unstable to lead them." The effect was immediate. Gasps erupted. Some cheered. Others sat frozen. Trump, red-faced, opened his mouth to respond, but nothing coherent came out. For the first time in years, the self-proclaimed master of insult had been undone, not by volume, but by composure. Clips of the exchange rocketed across social media. Hashtags like #TrumpStrokeScandal and #CrockettClapback dominated feeds. Analysts debated whether Crockett had crossed a line or whether she had simply said what millions were already thinking. Supporters hailed it as the moment she emerged as a national force. Critics called it a calculated strike against a vulnerable opponent. But everyone agreed. The room had gone silent, and the silence was deafening. The fallout was seismic. Trump's team scrambled to control the narrative, insisting he was fine, that the so-called stroke scandal was nothing but political theater. Yet the images told another story, an unsteady former president and a rising congresswoman who dared to call out what others tiptoed around. For Crockett, the moment was more than a clapback. It was a declaration. She wasn't intimidated by Trump's legacy. She wasn't afraid of his fury. She was willing to confront not just his politics, but the very questions about his capacity to lead. And in that single exchange, she did what few in Washington had managed. She made Trump look small. Because leadership isn't just about shouting louder, it isn't about commanding attention through fear. It's about steadiness under pressure. It's about asking the hard questions and having the courage to wait in the silence after you ask them. And in the silence of that debate hall, Jasmine Crockett's star rose higher. Here on Beyond Truth, we go deeper into the moments that shake politics, expose weakness, and reveal who's truly ready to lead. So if you want more than headlines, if you want the truth behind the clash, hit subscribe right now. Ring the bell so you never miss the next confrontation, the next revelation, the next truth that changes everything. Because here on Beyond Truth, the story doesn't end when the cameras stop rolling, it begins.